Hi guys, and welcome to our guitar lesson. This time, we are going to explore the guitar solo of Slash in their song Sweet Child O' Mine. Let's examine the first and the second interlude guitar solo. Now the first interlude. Let's get started. Here's the excerpt of Slash solo. The fact that Slash followed the chord changes by choosing a few chord tones from the chord when it changes and used fewer notes to make this solo incredibly melodic and singable. Alright, now we're not going to copy the notes played by Slash in this first interlude solo. Instead we're going to learn to create and express our own notes, with the same chord progression D to C then to G, and back to D, in standard tuning. Now, we're going to look on triads as reference of our note choices. As you can see the chord tone triads color red, one is the root or there's a third or a fifth which I intend to land on either of this note, as a sweet note or chord tone. We are going to highlight only the first, second, and third strings because our solo is located on these strings. First is the D triad first inversion located in the 10th fret. The red boxes are the positions of triads all over the fretboard. At the 5th fret is our D root position, and at the 2nd fret is our second inversion. We were using the D major pentatonic scale on our first chord, D, in this progression. In this solo, just focus on the triad on the 10th fret. Remember, we were not copying Slash solo, but instead creating our own phrase or expression. In this solo we're expressing it on a slide style solo. I tabbed it out so that you will see or study this type of expressiveness and incorporate it into your repertoire. In this way it will sound interesting and not bland. Proceeding to the second chord of the progression we were using the C major pentatonic scale and our reference on a triad. Again boxing the root, the first inversion, and the second inversion of our triad. This time focusing on the 8th fret to the 12th fret triad as we slide. Then a long slide to the 3rd string of fret 8. Which is flat 3rd to the 3rd, then to the 5th of the 12th fret 3rd string, and a long slide to the 5th fret, which is the root position triad. The last chord is the G major chord before turning back to our first chord D. Here's our fretboard triad layout, in which the 3rd box on the 3rd fret is the first inversion triad, followed by the second inversion triad and the root position triad, where we shifted to the 2nd string and slid to the 1st string. We were using the G major pentatonic scale this time. Back to the D chord again, same as the D major triad and pentatonic scale pattern of our fretboard during our first diagram illustration. As you notice, I slid from the 7th fret to the 14th and going back, vice versa. Here's the guitar tabs of the solo. In the second interlude solo, I'm going to use the same concept of triad and the pentatonic scale used in every chord. This time, I'm free to express my phrase and add a blue note, which means a flat 3rd or flat 5th and flat 7th, even other non-diatonic passing tone to add flavor to this solo. Here we go. Alright guys, that's all for our lesson. Hope you learned something and apply it to your playing. Don't forget to subscribe till next time, stay cool, and let's evolve to rock on.